Welcome to the Law Firm Marketing Minute, your source of internet marketing inspiration.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Law Firm Marketing Minute. I'm your host, John Henson, and this week we want to start with a couple of big announcements. I usually save those for the end, but I'm pretty excited about these two. First is that later this month, I think the last week of February, we are going to be having a launch party for our new book as part of our monthly masterclass series. This is our second book. It is called The Ultimate Content Marketing Playbook, and really excited with how this turned out. We are going to take a deep dive into everything that the book covers, which is just all about content and how it impacts the referrals that you get, how it elevates your expertise, and how it is just, not only is it a better alternative to search engines and paid ads and all of that, especially as a foundational marketing strategy, but it's the future of marketing. Really, it is. And we're seeing that shift happen now. So now is a great time to jump and get out ahead of that so that you're not left behind and struggling to keep up. But yeah, we're going to have that launch party. Everyone who registers to attend will receive a free digital copy of the book. And yeah, we'll just kind of go through it together and celebrate the release. So really excited about that. The other cool thing that I'm excited about is we are developing a marketing trends report. All right. So basically we are surveying our whole audience, and we want to hear from you just about your what marketing you're doing, what your firm's other metrics are, how you're running your firm, and your thoughts around that. And we want to give our audience, you the lawyer, some really good, insightful data on what other firms are doing. There are other sort of trends reports that are out there that are pretty popular, but they tend to focus on like one pretty small area. For example, I know that Clio, the big CRM company, they run a report, but usually theirs, for the most part, is focused on kind of how people are interacting with their CRM. There's a little bit other wiggle room there for some other things they cover, but ours is broadly speaking about marketing and business development. So like, for example, we ask, how much networking are you doing? What are you, how are you, what's your blogging situation? Who handles your blogging? Stuff like that. And it's really good information that I think a lot of people need to know to see how other firms are, marketing. What are some other concerns? What keeps law firm owners up at night when it comes to their marketing? How do lawyers feel about marketing companies? And what's the biggest complaint you guys have about that? All kinds of good data. And if you're on our mailing list, you should have gotten an email about that last week. We will continue to send those out. You can also check our social media pages for a link to take that survey. If you haven't seen any of that and you want to take that survey, just reach out to me directly. You can email me at John, JOHN @spotlightbranding.com, and I can get you the link for that. And a couple of benefits to taking the survey, because I know you guys' time is very valuable. First of all, everyone who participates in this survey is going to get early access to the results. So we are not going to publicly release this report for a few months. After we complete it, we are going to give the participants early access to look over that data, to implement anything, and we can discuss it and whatever you want to do with it. The other thing is that everyone who participates will be entered into a drawing for one of 5 $100 Amazon gift cards, just as a little token of our appreciation for you taking the time out to fill out the survey. So really, really excited. A lot of other things happening this year as well. Hopefully we'll have an even bigger announcement here in the next couple of weeks, just a huge thing that we're doing here. I don't even know if I teased it before. I think I might have at the start of the year. Anyway, let's get into our topic for this week, though. Little kind of reminder, all about just kind of this meshing world between video and social media. A few years ago, mostly we thought of video marketing as, putting videos up on YouTube, putting up videos on your website, generally, just some FAQ style videos. Maybe they're more or less professionally shot, whatever the case is, but video marketing is really moving away from that, in the sense that, like, it's still very important and you still absolutely need videos on your website, and have them on YouTube or wherever, and share those on social media. But what we're seeing a lot of now is, especially with like TikTok, but then also Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts, just very informal, not professionally made, um, quick videos, right? And I see this, it starts really on TikTok, but then it also bleeds into Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts, and I'll explain why in a second. But I, we're on TikTok, if you didn't know. And the thing about it is, we're not doing dances, we're not doing, a lot of the lip syncing or anything like that. We're just giving out information. And what I've seen a lot of lawyers, I follow a bunch of lawyers on TikTok. They're there, believe it or not. And they have big followings. All right. Most, the lawyers that I've come in contact with, they're, there's really two different kinds. There's the lawyer who, that's their job, but they don't typically make that the focal point of their TikTok presence. And that's fine. They're bordering on the social media influencer side of things. They're sharing just their personal life, but it's also humanizing for the legal industry, because people just have this negative stigma around who lawyers are as people. And so, the people who are just lawyers as their job, but they're, just participating in the social media world, they're actually doing a service by humanizing the legal industry. The others, who basically make their TikTok presence about their firm, they're doing something very simple. They're just putting their phone in front of their face, and they're just giving information. They're answering a common question. There are some lawyers who have, bigger budgets, and they make a whole production out of it, but you don't have to do that. It's all it is just putting your phone in front of your face, whether you get a tripod or you just hold it. It doesn't, or, prop it up on a bookshelf. It doesn't matter. And it's 60 seconds of just giving information, answering a common question, and that sort of content. And it's not just limited to legal. I see it across all kinds of different subject areas and industries and all that. People eat that up. It's just a learning experience. People, as they're browsing through, part of it is, yeah, they want to be entertained, but then if something interesting comes up and they have an opportunity to learn, even subconsciously, they're going to stick on it and they're going to watch it. Maybe they watch 30 seconds of it, 45 seconds, even if they don't get through the whole thing, they're going to get some information out of it. And I mean, man, there are lawyers out there who do this sorts of thing. They have hundreds of thousands of followers because they're just giving information. They're explaining legal concepts. People don't understand the law. And this is a great platform to help make the law less mysterious. And I think if more lawyers were out here on TikTok or even Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts, I think it has so many more benefits for the legal industry, because you begin to eliminate that negative stigma that people have about lawyers, that negative image that people have. You start to humanize it a lot more, and you make the law less scary. Doesn't make it any less important, but it breaks down a lot of those barriers that people immediately put up when they feel like they've got to get lawyers involved. So hope that, and the last point that I wanted to make is, because there are multiple platforms, pick one, focus on one. But the cool thing about it is, if your firm's already on Instagram and you're making these videos, you can easily post the same video you posted to TikTok onto Instagram Reels. You can easily post the same video then to YouTube Shorts. You just open up the YouTube app. There's a little plus sign at the bottom. You push that. It says create a short. And now you're building out your YouTube library. You're building out your Instagram feed. and you're not doing anything extra. It's this whole concept of content multiplication that we've talked about before, where you can take one video and all of a sudden you've got it on your website, your TikTok, your Instagram, YouTube Shorts. You can even end up posting that to Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And so one video can go out to 7 or 8 different platforms and reach 7 or 8 different audiences. And that's what makes that so important. And video, just in and of itself, seeing another human being engaging, makes that content that much more engaging, to use the same word. So really, and I'll admit completely, I had reservations about TikTok, because at first it was just a bunch of teenagers lip syncing. Like, who cares? But now that more people have adopted it, it is, it hasn't even peaked yet either, but it is going way up. And there's a ton of opportunity out there for you to build a following, to build up a reputation. We actually did a center stage with one of the more prominent TikTok attorneys, or attorneys on TikTok, Brandon Pettijohn, Port City attorney, if you're familiar with that whole space. And he said that it's helped him. People know him as that. He, at the time, he had not gotten to a point where he was charging premium rates for that, but that's something that you could absolutely end up doing. And capitalizing on that minor celebrity, or whatever the case is. And so many different options, so many different opportunities that are right around the corner if you just consistently start doing that, and time block it if you have to. You don't even need 30 minutes. You can record a 1-minute video and have it posted to TikTok and all of these other platforms in less than 10 minutes. So I do it myself here at Spotlight Branding, every single day. So, this podcast right here, I'm going to create a clip of it, and it's going to go out across our social media platforms, and it's going to raise awareness about the show. It's going to, the clip that I choose is probably going to validate, why people are on TikTok and scrolling through anyway. And so just really interesting in just how it all works out. So hope that was helpful as always. Give you a little inspiration. For one, if you're not doing video as part of your marketing, you need to do it. Absolutely. Whether it's, shooting some FAQ videos, professionally and building out a video library on your website, or if you're just pulling out your phone and starting to just provide some information, general, broad information about your practice area. It's going to provide benefits, especially if you're posting consistently. I cannot emphasize how much opportunity is out there waiting for you to do that. All right, that's going to do it for us this week. Keep an eye out on the survey and the registration link for the book launch party. If you're interested in either of those things, hit me up at John, JOHN, at spotlightbranding.com. We'll also have links and information on our social media as well. And really looking forward to seeing how these both of these events turn out. So that's going to be it for us. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining us. Please visit lawfirmmarketingminute.com for more information. We'll see you next time.